guys, wow, even though I literally just did my video about why I was gone for a while, or like my update video on how I'm coming back and stuff like that, it still feels so surreal to like me, like, I don't know, it feels so weird just to have everything in front of me like ready to go. Wow. So as I stated in the beginning, please watch that video first. I'll put it in the description. So please watch that video first just so you guys can get an update on what's going on and what I will be doing. But I also will tell you guys quickly right now here. If you guys want to suggest anything, please message me on my Instagram. I'll put it in the description below. Just send me a message. I'm not going to accept any follow requests just because it is like private. But I will do videos, or sorry, I will do suggestions. But I'm going to pause on the suggestions for now. But although if you have any and you want to let me know, or else you're going to forget, just let me know on Instagram. That way I know who's suggesting it. I don't have to look for it. Because it's actually kind of hard to like look on the comments like for every little suggestion there is. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really excited to be doing a video because honestly I did miss you guys. Like I actually feel like, kind of like happy and like really sad right now that I'm actually like back. And I don't know, it just feels like really surreal to be doing this all over again. I did miss you guys, and I know you guys missed me too, so sorry for that. But at the moment I'm going to be reacting to 3 disturbing true ice cream truck horror stories by Mr. Nightmare because I really wanted to watch a Mr. Nightmare video. Like last night I was thinking, oh, I really want to do a video today. Like, I don't know, like at times it'll change, at times it'll be different. I'll kind of be glad I stopped, but then I'm kind of like, I always kind of go back to it and I miss it. So I do have my cat in the room by the way, so you guys probably missed her too, so if you hear her meowing, that's what that is. I just cannot wait to film and upload these videos just so I can see your happy comments. Like, I'm gonna love it. Again, I'm sorry for being gone so long, but I hope you guys understand, and that's why I love you guys, because I'm pretty sure you guys do understand, so thank you guys for that. But yeah, with that being said, 3 disturbing true ice cream truck horror stories. It seems like this video was like released like months ago, so like wow, I'm just really surprised that I still haven't reacted to this, but let me just make sure the volume's pretty decent, and let's get into this video. Wow, it feels so long since I've done this. I'm actually like it's been a year or two, it's only been a month and a half, like wow. Story 1, I'm so ready for this, you guys don't even know. I'm ready to yell.
Growing up in the suburbs, one thing I always enjoyed in the summertime was the ice cream truck. Specifically Mr. Softy. As a very little kid, anytime I'd hear the song of the Mr. Softy truck echoing through the streets, I'd beg my mom for a few dollars and run outside to wave down the truck. I remember one of the first times I was ever left home alone. I was, I think, 7 years old. My mom was away somewhere and my dad was off that day. He apparently entrusted me to be home alone for a few minutes while he ran to the store. He was definitely the less responsible parent. I was in the living room watching SpongeBob
7 you said or something?
when I heard the familiar sound of the Mr. Softy tune outside. I rushed to the kitchen and climbed onto a chair to reach the little basket on the ledge that usually had stray dollars and coins inside. I grabbed a dollar bill and some coins. I couldn't tell you the exact amount, obviously. I ran outside to the street and waved the truck down just in time. They pulled over, and the oldish man came to the window asking what I wanted. When I asked for a specialty cone, he told me I was a little short with the money I had. I believe I told him I didn't have any more money because my parents weren't home. I distinctly remember him asking me, "You're home alone?" As if he were confirming it.
Oh God.
I said yes. He started acting all friendly and understanding. He told me to come into the truck so that I could make my own ice cream.
Oh God, okay, that's...
I stepped into the truck, and the man went and shut the door. He told me to help myself to whatever ice cream I wanted.
Well, so now suddenly it's free.
He said he was going to show me how to be an ice cream man, and he went to the driver's seat of the truck and started driving us somewhere. My young, innocent self thought this was all super exciting as I was pouring soft serve ice cream into a cone. But I finished that cone and then started wondering where we were going.
Right?
We had been driving for a while. I went to the front of the truck to ask him, and he asked me in a more stern voice than he'd been speaking in to please go stay in the back of the truck. I listened to him. My appetite for more ice cream was suddenly gone as I got more uncomfortable. We went from a busy main road to a quiet residential road.
He's bringing you to his house.
I noticed the ice cream truck's music wasn't playing, and he was driving rather fast.
Yeah, normally they go slow.
The truck finally stopped in front of some abandoned-looking building. He asked me to come follow him outside to the building.
Yeah, okay.
But not before we heard a tapping on the door of the truck.
Who is it?
I heard a familiar, concerned voice yelling through the cracks of the door.
Mom?
The man opened the door, and my neighbor Margie walked into the truck. She saw me and came to grab me by the arm and pull me out of the truck.
Yes, there we go.
She told me to wait in her car while she ran back to yell at the man. I was extremely confused at first. The man in the ice cream truck sped off down the street. This was a time before cell phones. She couldn't just call 911 right away.
Oh, shit.
She ran to the nearest house. At first I was confused, but obviously I know now she was asking for the owner's phone. She called 911, and I'm sure she reported the suspicious ice cream truck and attempted kidnapping.
Yeah.
I don't remember the rest, except telling Margie my story, her driving me home to be greeted by my dad and cop cars, and then being told to go inside after telling a couple police officers what happened. The exact ice cream truck was found. I'm not sure how they did it. Maybe by investigating street camera footage and getting the plate number. I was made to confirm the driver was in fact the man who took me into the truck. He was sentenced to prison. That's all my parents told me. I don't think they know his name. Either that or they didn't want to give it to me. Definitely not a memory I like thinking back
I'm just going to open the door for my cat. She wants to leave. Do you want to leave?
Up until I was 28, I used to live with my parents in Camden, Maine, a rural boat town. They were hardly ever home because of work and just traveling a lot, so I'd hold down the fort a lot. My parents' property is large and private, so when they weren't home, I'd often throw little parties. This was one of those nights. I had maybe 15 to 20 people over, and we all hung out in the backyard.
Okay.
It started around 6 p.m., and people started leaving around 11 p.m.
Okay.
By midnight, everyone was gone, and I was absolutely shot from a mixture of having been in the sun most of the day and then drinking since around 6. I changed and got into bed.
Okay.
Before I could even fall asleep, though, I heard something one would not expect to hear this late at night. It was the sound of an ice cream truck, only it was a tune I'd never heard before, a kind of creepy sounding one. The tune got
That's
louder
sus as hell.
until it
Do
seemed
not
to
go
be
near that truck.
right
They're going to
outside.
kidnap you and kill you.
I lay there waiting a minute or two for it to go away.
That is
But when it
sus.
didn't, I finally got up and went to the window to look outside.
Midnight.
I couldn't see anything from my bedroom window, so I went downstairs and looked out the living room window. I could vaguely see what had to be an ice cream truck out on the lawn. My heart started pounding the inside of my chest. Who was it? Why were they here?
I
What
love
did
this
they
music.
want?
I miss it.
I paced around the living room for a bit, not knowing whether to call the police or my dad, or just simply wait for them to leave.
I keep forgetting how all these
The
people...
awful tune of the ice cream truck didn't stop, though. It grew sickening. I ended up finally snapping and going out the front door to the porch. There, I could more clearly see the ice cream truck parked on our property, like a little less than 100 feet away from the porch.
Like,
It was parked on the
why?
grass.
On the
It
grass?
wasn't exactly a typical looking ice cream truck. It was like a white van with
Of
ice cream
course.
pictures stamped or painted on.
That's hella
It was a mix of
sus.
confused and worried.
That's-
Mostly worried.
That's terrifying.
Saying
I
it
knew it
was
was
an
a white van.
abnormal sight would be a gross understatement. I stepped onto the grass with my bare feet and walked just a little closer to the van. The headlights weren't on, so
Don't go to the
when I got
van.
close enough, I
They
saw
will
there was
open
no
it.
one in the driver's seat. When I got even closer, I saw one of the sliding doors on the side was open. I suddenly felt as though I could be jumped at any second.
They're waiting for you to go in so they can
Looked around
sandwich
me in
up.
panic, and then ran back inside the house and locked the door. Now I did call 911.
There you go.
I asked them to please hurry.
That's not
The
an
woman
ice
asked me
cream
to
truck.
walk around the house and check to make sure everything was locked. I started from the main floor and worked down to the den to the back door.
Okay.
The glass panel on the back door was shattered. It was unlocked and opened.
Oh shit.
I whispered this to the 911 operator, even though I was truly freaking out inside. She told me to go to a room with a lockable door and wait there until officers arrived. So I tiptoed to the nearest bathroom and locked the door.
Okay.
The operator told me to stay on the line and be quiet. A few moments later, someone on the other side of the door tried turning the doorknob. Then they banged on the door 3 times. The woman on the phone said quietly that she heard it and for me to remain quiet and calm. Then I heard the back door to the house slam shut, and half a minute later, the tune of the ice cream truck slowly faded away as the van was driven off. I told the woman, but she said to wait until officers arrived. They took a disgustingly long time to arrive. I was waiting in that bathroom for another 5 minutes. If they arrived in a timely manner, they could have caught whoever was at my parents' house. Instead, all that happened was I got a police report. My personal theory is the ice cream truck tune was supposed to be a distraction or something, while one of the people in it broke into the house. As I'm sure there were more than one person in that van.
Oh yeah, it's a white van.
Maybe this
That's
happened to
creepy
me when I was
automatically.
23 and not, say, 10 years old.
23.
That would have traumatized me.
I think you said 23. Okay. Even at 23, that's terrifying. A white van on your property, like any kind of white van is sus. I don't even care. A white van is just automatically sus. They should be
This happened
banned.
a long time ago. I
They're
was
so
in sixth grade.
Okay.
People used to call me Jimmy until around high school. There was this ice cream truck that would always drive down my block once a day in the warmer months. The driver got to know me on a more personal level. He knew my name and I knew his, Bernard.
Bernard.
I'd go outside for ice cream so often that he'd slow down or sometimes even stop for a minute in front of my house waiting for me to come outside,
That's kind of
knowing
creepy.
I was a frequent customer.
Freaky but
Every time
understandable.
I'd buy ice cream from his truck, I'd always get the same Oreo ice cream cup. He'd always stop and talk to me for a few minutes, and sometimes he'd give me free ice cream. There was this one Friday, though.
Kinda
and I
creepy at the
remember it
same
was a
time.
Friday because it was the start of the weekend that my parents were going away. On this Friday, Bernard once again passed my house, and it was one of the days that I went outside to buy from him. On this day, though, he gave it to me for free again, and because of that, I stuck around and chatted with him for a while.
Okay.
He
You're like,
asked
how
me
old
how
is he?
things were going and
You're in grade
whatnot.
6, so
I
you're
told
like
him I
what?
was excited
10,
to have
11?
the house to myself for the weekend. He was surprised that I would have the house to myself at such a young age. He said I was lucky and to enjoy. Then he drove off, and the truck eventually disappeared along with the music.
Okay. I thought it was
The
in
rest of the
Can I
story
come
is the
in?
part that you may not even believe. I stayed up late in my room because my parents weren't home.
Oh, we came back
I
at
was playing video
nighttime, didn't
games on my
he?
computer when I heard the sound of Bernard's ice cream
No,
truck.
no. Here we go.
It didn't start from the distance and slowly get louder. No, it literally seemed to turn on right outside my house.
That's so
I went
creepy.
to my window and saw the truck right outside, playing the music at this late hour in the night, past midnight.
And you got a photo
It
of
had
you.
to be Bernard. But what was he doing? The music suddenly stopped, and the truck's lights turned off. I opened my window a crack just to listen for what might be
Yeah, it's like
going
he's trying
on.
to attract him outside.
Just the sound of crickets, until I saw Bernard appear from the darkness, quickly approaching my window, yelling, "Jimmy."
Oh my
He
god.
stopped when his face basically banged into my window, and he started telling me to come outside.
Why?
He told me I could get all the free ice cream I wanted. But the
Sus.
way he was speaking, he seemed off. He seemed like he was on something. His movements were spastic and sporadic. He then tried pulling my window further open aggressively, and I screamed and yanked it closed. He started knocking on the window, and I screamed and begged him to leave or I'm calling the cops. When I said that, he turned around and ran back to his truck.
There you go.
The lights turned back on, and he drove off into the night without the music playing. I was so scared I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to call my parents, and I was scared to call the cops. I just locked my bedroom door and tried to go to sleep, but it was a long night before I fell asleep. Bernard never returned to my block after that, but anytime I'd hear an ice cream truck passing by, I'd get paranoid it was him.
Like that tune right there just sounds kind of sus in itself. Like, dude, it sounds kind of off. Like, do you guys understand? Like the first one, it was kind of like, you know, this one's kind of, it's so sus-like. The white fan one was just the creepiest. Like the first one was normal, but this one was not normal at all. Like, don't even buy. So luckily, I've never had any ice cream truck horror stories. I've had ice cream trucks, of course. As a kid, I loved them and stuff. Of course, like who wouldn't? I love them, but I haven't had any like creepy encounters or anything like that. So I'm really happy about that, of course, because you know, of course, some people aren't as lucky, and obviously, you know. So I don't even know what to say to that. All I'm gonna say is be careful. But again, if you're a kid, because again, ice cream trucks are more so for kids. Not like it's not for adults, especially on like festivals or something like that. Of course, it's for anybody, but. You gotta be careful with what you say too, especially if you're a kid and stuff. Like I came back at nighttime, like that's really creepy, and it's like he did it just to attract him outside, just so he could kidnap him or something. I know that's what he was doing. So gotta be really careful with that. I'm really glad that everyone in this video ended up okay. All I gotta say is be careful. Like that's all I can really say. Like with anything you're doing, I say this in every video. I still remember this, even though I haven't done videos in a while. I still remember every time, be careful, because like you never know what's gonna happen. You never know when it's gonna happen. You may you may get something you don't expect. You know what I mean? Like it's just really, it's scary. Like you just never know what you're gonna expect, right? Like you don't know what you're gonna get. So all I'm saying is be careful and be cautious, and you should be okay. Should be. That's gonna be it for this video. For my first video back, or an actual reaction video back. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I know I'm glad to be back, but I'm starving, so I'm probably gonna take a break and eat, and then I'll probably come back to videos because I do miss them, so I want to keep doing them now. But yeah, I will definitely guarantee an upload tomorrow and probably for the next couple days, assuming if I keep this cycle. Probably one video a day, but I will try for 2. I will try. I do not know how long this is going to continue for once again, because I don't know if I'll be able to get back into this rhythm exactly, but yeah. Again, my suggestion videos are on hold at the moment, just because I want to like ease back into it and just like watch videos that I know I'll like. Not that I won't like your suggestions, because I will, but just to get back into these like horror stories, just because like that's what I obviously started reacting to in the beginning, right? So I hope you guys understand. If you guys have been waiting a while for a reaction video, I do understand. For a suggestion, I do understand if you guys are frustrated, so I'm sorry if you guys are mad, but I will do them. Or maybe I'll try even doing one sooner than I think I will, you know? So that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you are new. Be sure to comment down below any suggestions, or sorry, be sure to message me on Instagram any suggestions you may have. Just message me and I will react. Just say I'm a fan from YouTube, and then just say your suggestion, or my suggestion is blah blah, and I will, or even just send a link and I'll know what you guys are talking about. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.